So in this case, what I've done is lock this so that way nothing goes to technician. And what I'd like you to do is respond to the poll and let me know that you've locked yours also. Okay, so let's move along here. So this is the inspection results as they come in, and what I want to do now is I want to come in here and look at the topics and make sure I get all my editing done. So in this case, I could see there's a lot of good information has been done here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on any of the photos and I'm going to start my journey as far as editing. So in this case, this picture is actually turned off where it's not going to show to the customer. I can see that I've got my internal notes and customer notes. And this particular note here is actually made for customer view, but I'm not going to turn this one on. I'm going to move over one. And now this is the picture that I really want to show to customer. Technician's done a really great job of putting the arrow on it just exactly where it goes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, look, he's done a great job on a customer note. Let's approve that sucker. You know, this is fit for the customer to see. If I have to do any editing, as soon as I click approved, then I can get my editing done. And on the customer notes that are part of the picture itself, I can look at it again. They've done a really great job on it, and I can approve it, and I'm ready to go. You can see that this is all done at the belt topic here. And now what I'm going to do is press the over arrow. I'm going to move on to the next one. I can see this is now moved to the next topic. I've got a nice picture there. It's turned off where the customer is not going to see it. And I'm going to move on to the next one, and I'm going to say, yep, he's done a great job here, and I'm going to go ahead and mark it approved. I might put a little bit more reinforcement here. I might come in here and use one of the tools, like maybe a crop, to actually, you know, get it dialed in a lot closer for them to work on. I might come in here and add another circle around the area to actually draw a little bit more emphasis on it. And again, when you're going through and doing your mock inspection, come in here and just grab some of the tools and use them just to get a chance to see how they work. I might also want to go ahead and while you're experimenting, experiment with changing the colors on them and so on. So in this case, I'm going to leave that red, but I'm going to add another arrow to it, and I'm going to make it a different color just because I can. So again, experiment a little as you go on. You'll see these number counts change as they go through here. I'm going to click apply, and I'm going to go, and if there's nothing else I need to do, I'm going to press close, and I've got all my editing done at this time. The next thing I'm going to do, depending on what management system on it, I might go ahead and press the work order update button and send the information, the service packages or labor codes that have been in here, canned jobs, send it over to management system so I can actually estimate. So after we've done all our editing and moved it over and we build a good estimate, anything that the technician recommends on the inspection should be estimated by the service writer and be ready to present to the customer. And when I say anything the technician recommends, I mean recommend and supported by proper documentation. So if that proper documentation is some text, a picture, circle, arrow, or whatever, if it's supported by proper documentation, it needs to be estimated by the service advisor. After they estimate it, then they're going to move it over to a workflow step that's waiting for approval. And what's going to happen is they're going to have this little icon pop up here that's going to have a little clock in it. And when 20 minutes goes by, they're going to be able to see a little phone pop up on the screen. So what we're going to do next is move back over to Live Shop, and we're going to send it to the customer. And I guess before we go that far, what I'd like you to do is spend just a few minutes and edit some pictures on your own. So use some circles and arrows, get them on the screen, and let's make the inspection results impactful enough to the customer that they're ready to start talking about options and pricing. Authorization through education is the tools that we want to do, and we want to put that customer in a position to buy rather than feeling like they have to defend themselves from being sold to.